Why do you think we're buying so much here in Ireland?
We're a wealthy country, so we have the money to be able to buy items that aren't necessarily necessary, right? So like we've gone beyond, the needs that we have as individual humans and gone into, like I call it luxury, but like this overconsumption habit because we can, because we're and that, at its core is kind of showing you kind of the iceberg that is, the system of fast fashion, right? Like that wealthy countries are perpetuating inequality for people in other countries, whether it's environmental or social issues. I think when it comes to regulation, I was in Brussels last week with the think tank called the Hot or Cool Institute talking about European policy and legislation and what can be done. It's really, really high on the agenda in terms of how can we create systems of responsibility and ownership across the supply chain completely. And it's so important that it's not just up to policy, but also for people, because you start seeing these trends like the de-influencer trend. Have you heard of that? So instead of influencing people to buy things, people are de-influencing people to not buy things, to wear the jacket that they have. I think it's really important that this culture is really loud so that politicians and people who are making these policy decisions see that it's something that people want, that people don't want to be over consuming, but that they're caught up in these systems.